Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving into a fascinating stack of sources today, exploring what feels like a really profound period.
Yeah, it seems like a time of energetic transformation.
Exactly. And how ancient wisdom might sort of illuminate what's happening right now. We've got material talking about something called a cosmic upgrade, insights from the Zohar, and even whispers of messianic themes.
Indeed. And what our sources describe is, well, a special window in time.
A special window.
Marked by intense energetic shifts impacting us, individually and collectively.
Okay.
It's presented as a threshold moment, really, a chance to access new frequencies.
Frequencies, like higher vibrations.
Essentially, yes.
Oh.
The material highlights a specific call for spiritual clarity right now. It even mentions a phrase like, disclose your eyes 25 today.
That sounds intriguing.
Linking it to potent energy and this idea of a karmic reset and soul awakening.
So our mission here then is to explore how these different pieces, these current cosmic energies, ancient texts like the Zohar's portion of Naso, and, these visions of redemption.
Where they connect.
Right, how they're deeply interconnected, and perhaps how you, the listener, can maybe navigate this unfolding process.
And Naso itself, the Zohar portion, means elevate.
Elevate. Okay, that fits.
It feels like a perfect mirror for this cosmic upgrade idea. A call for, a quantum leap in consciousness.
Okay, let's start with that energy then. What does this cosmic upgrade actually feel like, according to the sources?
Well, the material describes it primarily as a time of heightened duality.
Heightened duality, like black and white.
Sort of. You see it playing out everywhere. Personal relationships, societal conflicts, global stuff. It's like the universe is turning up the contrast.
Making things clearer, maybe?
Or pushing us to make starker choices between, say, fear and love or control and cooperation. And our sources frame this intense pressure not as just random chaos, but as a kind of divine push towards tikkun olam.
Tikkun olam, the repair of the world.
Exactly. The rectification, the repair. It even involves what's called a destructive process sometimes.
Destructive. That sounds harsh.
Well, it cracks facades. It reveals underlying truth, which can feel destructive initially, I suppose.
Okay, that intensity feels real. I think a lot of people are feeling that. And alongside that, the sources mention increased emotional sensitivity and even a light body makeover.
Right. There's a significant inner dimension to all this. This energy makes deep healing possible, but also requires, nurturing your emotional body.
Taking care of yourself.
Definitely. And the light body makeover suggests our energetic systems, our sort of spiritual wiring, are being upgraded to handle these higher frequencies.
How does that happen?
Often it follows some kind of catalyst, sometimes described as a dark night of the soul, which can be disorienting, sure.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
No, but it can also activate new higher gifts of the higher mind, like enhanced intuition, more synchronicities. You might simply feel, brighter afterwards.
Brighter, okay. And our sources seem to tie this energy spike to specific timing, mentioning that phrase, disclose your eyes 25 today. What's the significance there?
Yeah, that phrase, particularly linked by some sources to dates around the 25th of a month, points to a kind of spiritual junction point.
A junction, like a crossroads.
Exactly. The number 25, numerologically, it connects to 5, which means change, freedom. So it's seen as a spiritual summons to embrace transformation and, importantly, trust the process.
Trust the unfolding.
Right. It signifies a potential karmic reset and soul awakening, a real chance to consciously cleanse accumulated karma and release the past.
Okay, but how does cleansing individual karma connect to these bigger cosmic shifts and the idea of world peace? That feels like a massive leap.
It does, but it's actually a core insight from these sources.
Yeah.
They suggest that suffering, conflict, all the challenges we face are deeply tied to accumulated karma.
Our collective baggage.
Exactly. And historically, it's linked back to what they call the blemish resulting from Adam's original transgression.
The biblical story.
Yes, but viewed mystically. This blemish isn't just ancient history. The sources say it represents an internalized challenge, an ongoing spiritual wound impacting both higher realms above and our physical reality below.
So it's still affecting us.
Very much so, according to this view. So, if the root of collective disharmony is this inner wound and the karma built up around it, then a karmic reset, starting with the individual, becomes foundational for global peace.
I see. So collective reality is built from individual states.
Precisely. As more individuals purify their inner state, the collective energetic burden diminishes.
So the real war then, according to these sources, it isn't primarily external. It's not nation versus nation.
Exactly. While external challenges are obviously real, the Zohar material explicitly calls the only true war worth waging, the war against our own evil inclination.
The Yetzer Hara.
Yes, the evil inclination. Winning this internal battle against our own lower desires, our reactive nature, is directly linked to achieving a merciful redemption. Your personal inner work gets cosmic significance.
Wow. And the primary tool for winning that internal war and maybe facilitating this karmic reset and repair, what do the sources say?
Mercy. Simple as that. Intentional acts of mercy are presented as the key, the absolute key to turning on the light.
Turning on the light.
Yeah. The sources speak of the 13 attributes of divine mercy as an active, transformative force. By consciously practicing mercy towards yourself, towards others, you allow divine light to bypass the blockages created by this blemish and the karma.
So you're clearing the path.
You are actively participating in clearing the way for cosmic rectification, for Tikkun Olam.
And the vision for this repair, this ultimate elevation, what does that look like?
That's where concepts like Jubilee and the Messianic Age come in. Tikkun Olam culminates in universal peace and knowledge. Jubilee is seen as a kind of divine blueprint, a societal reset button, traditionally every 50 years. And the Messianic Age is the ultimate Jubilee, an age of universal rest. But what's fascinating, truly fascinating, is that our sources suggest this isn't just some far-off future prophecy.
It's not.
No, they describe the Messianic Age as a state of blessedness, joy, and perfection that is actually accessible now.
Right now.
Through our own self-transformation, through those acts of mercy we just talked about. The chaos and the potential for perfection, they coexist in the present moment, and you choose which reality you inhabit through your inner state and your actions.
Wow, that really takes the idea of intentional living to a whole new level. It makes your deeds, your words, even your thoughts feel cosmically significant, like you're weaving a new garment that impacts reality itself.
It really does. We've journeyed from some intense cosmic energy pushing us through duality.
Right, that heightened contrast.
To the really profound idea that the true war is actually within us, and that individual acts of mercy are the engine for cosmic repair and accessing a higher state of being, potentially right now.
So, this raises an important question for you listening. If the path to peace, to this higher state, is primarily one in the internal war against your own reactive nature, your own evil inclination, and it's fueled by deliberate acts of mercy, how might consciously focusing on your inner state fundamentally change how you perceive and navigate the challenges you face?
Both personally and in the world around you. It's definitely something to consider as you move forward.